Otherwise, if you don't hold fast, then we will divide. And what will happen when we will divide? Then after, same like that example is given. The scholars of Islam, they say, when the sheep and the goat, when they remain together, then the wolf got no right to attack on them. But as soon when the sheep or the goat get separate from the gathering, then the wolf attack on them and they kill them and they eat them up. So similar like that, my respected elders and brothers, if we will divide and if we don't hold fast, then what will happen? The enemy of Islam, they will attack day by day on Islam and to the ummah of Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from that, inshallah. Then what? The one hadith of Sayyidina Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala. Remember, this is not the hadith of Sayyidina Rasulullah, this is the hadith of Sayyidina Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala. Sayyidina Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he was seeking the protection from the two things. And what was that? The number one, that Sayyidina Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu was seeking protection from that small children when they become a ruler or uneducated person. If the uneducated person, if they become a ruler, then Sayyidina Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu was seeking the help, seeking the protection from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the second thing, he was seeking protection from those people who are uneducated, illiterate people, and they become a ruler. Then also Sayyidina Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu was seeking protection for them. Then Sayyidina Sa'id bin Sam'an radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he asked to Sayyidina Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu that, "O Abu Hurairah, what is the sign for that? How we will know about that time when the foolish people will become a ruler on us and the small children who don't know how to lead and how to rule, they will become a ruler?" Then Sayyidina Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he gave the three signs. Number one, Sayyidina Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he says, "An yaqta' al-arham." That will be the first sign. Number two sign, وَيُطَاعَ الْمُغْوِي. And number three, وَيُحْسِي الْمُرْشِدِ. This was the three signs that Sayyidina Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he mentioned, and he said when these three signs take place, then we must remember that is the sign of the bad time. And at the moment, we are facing all the three, one by one. Number one, أَن يَقْطَعَ الْأَرْحَامِ. And that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam also mentioned. The time will come. Then what will happen? The people, they will break the family ties. They won't fulfill the rights of the family members. They will stay away from each other. And today we can see exactly, the father don't like to see the son. Son don't like to speak to the father. Father don't like to speak to the sister. Sister don't like to speak to the brother. And we can see this condition. May Allah protect us from it. May Allah guide us and show us the right path. And we can fulfill the right of the Sharia. And we can unite. Because if the family members don't unite, then obviously how the ummah will unite. So this is very, very important for us. That family member must unite. If the father got some argument or dispute with the son, then the son must come and speak to the father and solve their problems together. If the brother got a dispute with the sister, so they must unite. So if the household members will unite, then it will be easy outside the people also to unite. May Allah grant us the tawfiq. Second sign, which Sayyidina Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu mentioned in his hadith, وَيَطَاعَ الْمُغْلِ. Before I explain One of the great signs of the Qiyamah, Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam mentioned in the hadith, Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, أن ترى الحفاة العراة العالة يا أشياء يتطاولون في البنيان. One of the great signs of the Qiyamah, which Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam mentioned in the hadith, Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, the time will come, then you will see the barefoot people, uneducated people. Then not only that, they need themselves help from the other people, but they will become a ruler. Why they will become a ruler? Because today we can see exactly what is happening, that they got no deen problem. They got no understanding of the Sharia problem. That's why they're becoming like this. If they got understanding of the deen, and if they got the understanding for the Sharia problem, then they can't rule like how they want it, and then they can't oppress. In another hadith, Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, كَمَا تَكُونُونَ يُؤَمَّرُ عَلَيْكُمْ. What we will do, whatever the action we will do in this time, in this era, so then according to our action, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will put the ruler on us. So we have to realize and understand, if our action is good and is accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then the system of Allah and the sunnah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bring a good ruler upon us. In the another hadith, Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, إِنَّمَا أَعْمَالُكُمْ عُمَّالُكُمْ. That what is our action? According to that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put a ruler on it. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the good ruler. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the ruler who can lead us properly and grant us the tawfiq that we can follow the Islamic rules and the regulation very, very freely, inshallah. Now if we face the challenges like that, and if we face the difficulties, at that time what we must do? For that also we have to remember, when the bad rulers come upon us, at that time we mustn't talk about the bad, we mustn't talk bad about that. For that also Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says regarding it. Because we learn already that our action is not good, then obviously Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will put a ruler upon us who got no value for us. So at that time what we must do? Sharia says we must turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for forgiveness, that whatever action we bring it, oh Allah, please grant us the tawfiq and the ability that we can do the good action. And when we will do the good action, then what will happen? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bring the good ruler upon us. Because once when the action is accepted by Allah, then Allah's system is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bring the good ruler upon us. Now today, what is our action? Reaction regarding to them. If the person is ruling and doing the bad judge upon us, or making the difficult rules and regulation upon us, then 2 people, 3 people, when they get together, the first things they start to talk about a bad ruler. But they don't realize about the action, that what is my action? What I do? Am I fulfilling the rights of Allah's deen properly? Am I reading my 5 daily salah properly? Am I fulfilling the rights of my neighbor? Am I fulfilling the rights of my parents? We not realizing regarding that. When we don't understand regarding to that, then obviously day by day the difficulties it will come upon us. So sometimes we're reading 5 daily salah. But after the salah also, we don't get the opportunity that we can raise our hands and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that, oh Allah, bring the good ruler upon us. Because when the good ruler will come, then it will be easy for us to practice upon the religion of Islam very freely. So may Allah grant us the tawfiq for that, inshallah. Now, Sayyidina Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he mentioned the 3 signs for the bad time. And one I mentioned already, that what is that? The people, they will break the family ties. They want to unite with the family, but they will stay away. They won't see to each other properly. So may Allah forbid for that also. And may Allah grant us the tawfiq that we can unite as a one ummah, inshallah. The second sign, what Sayyidina Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu says, the person who is doing the most wrong, he will lead the people towards the straight, towards the Jahannam. That will be the second sign. And we can see to this time, the person who is the most doing the wrong, the people they like him most. And the person who is doing the most good thing, they don't like that person. So what we must learn from here, today's time we can see exactly that what is happening. So Quran, the Sharia says that what we must do, if we look in the leaders, one who can lead us properly, then first things what we must look in that person. That we must look in that person, that how he fulfilling the Sunnah and how he follow the Sharia of Islam. Example is a person is following the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala properly, and he's like to lead the people in such a way that people can stay away from all types of evil. So if that person is telling, so what will happen? The people don't like him. But the person who is doing the wrong, and if he will say anything, so they will accept his message very quickly and they will do whatever he will say. And this is happening exactly around the globe. Wrong person is leading towards the wrong thing and leading them towards the hellfire. May Allah protect us from that also. And the last one, which Sayyidina Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu mentioned regarding to that, أن يطاع المغوي. Sorry, I made a mistake. The third sign, Sayyidina Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he mentioned the third sign, the person who is following the sunnah of Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, they don't like to follow to him, but they follow to that person who is leading them towards the astray. That is the third sign which Sayyidina Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu. And I can give you one example. There is one group. The group name is called Aga Khan. It's from the Shia group. Amongst them, the adultery, all the wrongs is common. To drink wine is common amongst them. One day the one sheikh, when he was traveling, he met a few brothers and he mentioned these things to them. They said, why the people they're doing all the wrong things? So the one person, he said to the sheikh, oh sheikh, what you telling us? We also got the same objection and same question regarding to them, that why they doing all the wrong things. Then after they brought that notice to one of their members. So what was the answer of that man that he gave? That is the lesson for us. That man, he said, our leader, our sheikh, he is so fortunate that he leave the Jannah and he came to dunya to lead us, and he accept whatever we giving him, all these luxury things, he accepted. Instead of all the beauties and all the bounties of the Jannah, he accepted this little for our guidance and for our hidayah. That is the answer of that people they give. So we can see, my respected elders and brothers, when the person is doing the wrong, so then after they don't realize and they don't differentiate between the right and the wrong, and they make the decision or statement, whatever it comes in their mind. So may Allah grant us the tawfiq and the ability that we must follow the right path of the Sharia and we must follow the way of Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then only we will become a successful. Otherwise, if we will follow our desire and if we will follow anything which is not part of the Quran Kareem, which is not part of the Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then obviously our abode will be in the hellfire. May Allah protect us. That's why Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he gave the direction and he mentioned, they say the time will come that my ummah will divide more than 70 groups. Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam saying that time will come and my ummah will divide more than 70 groups, and each group will try to lead them towards the hellfire. Then Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, those who will follow me and my companions, they will be onto the right path and they will go into the Jannah. And those who will follow against Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and against the companion of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then we know exactly. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the tawfiq and the ability that we can fulfill the rights of the Sharia, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the tawfiq and the ability that we can follow the right part of the Sharia, inshallah. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين من كل ذنب فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا ومولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله أرسله بالحق بشيرا ونذيرا بين يدي الساعة من يطع الله ورسوله فقد رشد ومن يعصهما فإنه لا يضر إلا نفسه ولا يضر الله شيئا. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على محمد عبدك ورسولك وصل على المؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات وبارك على محمد وأزواجه وذريته. قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أرحم أمتي بأمتي أبو بكر وأشدهم في أمر الله عمر وأصدقهم حياء عثمان وقضاهم علي وفاطمة سيدة نساء أهل الجنة والحسن والحسين سيدا شباب أهل الجنة وحمزة أسد الله وأسد رسوله رضوان الله تعالى عليهم أجمعين. اللهم اغفر للعباس وولده مغفرة ظاهرة وباطنة لا تغادر ذنبا. الله في أصحابي لا تتخذهم غرضا من بعدي فمن أحبهم فبحبي أحبهم ومن أبغضهم فببغضي أبغضهم وخير أمتي قرني ثم الذين يلونهم ثم الذين يلونهم. اللهم أيد الإسلام وأنصاره وأذل الشرك وأشراره. اللهم وفقنا لما تحب وترضى واجعل آخرتنا خيرا من الأولى. اللهم انصر من نصر دين محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم واجعلنا منهم واخذل من خذل دين محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم ولا تجعلنا منهم ومعهم. عباد الله رحمكم الله إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. اذكروا الله العلي العظيم يذكركم وادعوه يستجب لكم ولذكر الله تعالى أعلى وأولى وعز وجل وأتم وأهم وأعظم أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون. أقيموا الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
So استقم وسطوا صفوفكم يرحمكم الله. Straight on yourself, stand shoulder to shoulder. Brother, please check the toes must be on the line. Some brothers who got the toes above the line, please make sure it must be on the line. It mustn't be more than above the line. Brother, I want to explain you the one rules of the Sharia. When we come to the Salah, now one of the conditions of the Salah is our body must be covered properly. Many a times what we notice, some brothers, they're wearing the bermudas or short trousers, and after them expose the satar, which is not covered part of the Sharia. So then what will happen? That the ibadah which you're presenting in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it will become unacceptable. So we must follow the Sharia properly. When we're standing in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we must come with a decent dress and cover the back part also properly. Please just remember these rules of the Sharia. It's not my rules that I'm telling you. It's the rules of the Sharia. And Islam made that when we come to the Salah, we must come with a decent clothes that can cover your body properly. And at least it can cover. Because if the back part of your body will expose, then the Salah will become fasid and Salah will not become acceptable at all. So although you're wearing the dress, and with that dress you presenting your Salah, and you're making so much sacrifice, but because of that little careless, what is happening, that Salah becomes unacceptable. So may Allah grant us the tawfiq. The second thing, we must remember, please, we need the big help, because we know exactly that our target to get a new masjid as soon as possible. So if the brother will come out forward and if they will assist and if they will help, then it will be easy to purchase the new masjid. But if the brother don't come generously with the open heart, then it's going to delay and it will take long time. So please, I humbly request all the brothers, whatever Allah Ta'ala gave you, please spend it in the part of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And in the difficult situation when we spend, that generosity, that wealth will become more beloved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because in difficult situation, you're coming out with the open heart and you're giving for the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So whoever will build the house of Allah in this dunya, definitely Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to build the house for him in akhirat. So I humbly request, please, before you leave the masjid, whatever contribution you can make, please do towards the deen of Allah and with the open heart. Jazakumullah.
الله أكبر.
الله أكبر.
الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. سبح اسم ربك الأعلى الذي خلق فسوى والذي قدر فهدى والذي أخرج المرعى فجعله غثاء أحوى سنقرئك فلا تنسى إلا ما شاء الله إنه يعلم الجهر وما يخفى ونيسرك لليسرى فذكر إن نفعت الذكرى سيذكر من يخشى ويتجنبها الأشقى الذي يصلى النار الكبرى ثم لا يموت فيها ولا يحيا قد أفلح من تزكى وذكر اسم ربه فصلى بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا والآخرة خير وأبقى إن هذا لفي الصحف الأولى صحف إبراهيم وموسى. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. أفلا ينظرون إلى الإبل كيف خلقت وإلى السماء كيف رفعت وإلى الجبال كيف نصبت وإلى الأرض كيف سطحت فذكر إنما أنت مذكر لست عليهم بمسيطر إلا من تولى وكفر فيعذبه الله العذاب الأكبر إن إلينا إيابهم ثم إن علينا حسابهم. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.